Hello everyone, Warhammer here, and welcome back to the Numas campaign for Mortal Empires. Now, in the last episode, we were able to defeat the followers of Nagash, wiping them out completely from the campaign. With them now defeated, it's time for us to focus on our next target, which, for a change of pace, is going to be the Living, in the form of the Crusader states to the north. So we've got the Knights of Origo and Figan's Infantry that we're going to be fighting. And as was recommended in the comments of the last video by my faithful watcher, Drake Immaterium, it'd be a good idea, rather than just to push forward and declare war on them now, to actually be a bit more strategic. Let's put our forces right next to their settlements so we can take them out in one fell swoop. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, Shaka has been wounded. It's time for him to go and rest up again, technically. Now, with that done, let's start sorting it out. You're pretty easy. You're pretty easy.
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't, Esteban Dualau. I have no idea who you are. These two armies are going to be pretty easy to defeat, really. But I don't know what Figan's Infantry was looking at. If I remember right, they did have a pretty large force last time I saw them. Let me just check the diplomacy. Well, actually, they're slightly weaker than the Knights of Origo. Okay, that's actually pretty good to know. In that case, I think I will start bringing my forces up. We'll get them near to in position near our Hauk here and fire us. But we will be sending Tutankhanut, I think, to defeat the armies along the way towards Kofa. So if we go down to my two southern armies, King Simidas, we're going to quickly get you the force march. You've got the Casket of Souls. I can't remember how effective that is against buildings, although it does have 2002 missile damage. You know what, let's have you march up towards Fyrus first of all. Maybe I didn't want you to go by sea? Oh, right. What was this? Shipwreck. I'm not too concerned about that. But you can head your way up here towards Fyrus, and you'll be able to join up and land an attack next time. So you're going to do that. Ramatep, you might as well make your way up to our hack. Ah, here we are.
Honor before glory.
Yeah, it's a pretty small army, and they are taking attrition right now. Definitely something for us to keep an eye on as we make our way up. Fokdam, my leech piece of Nehekara, is going to make his way up here too. There we go. King Selek, let's see, let's get you force marching. And you're going to head up, because you've got the Screaming Skull catapults. Yeah, we'll have you move towards our hack. There you go, you'll be able to get through there a little bit more quickly. Now, let's have a quick look. Public order is a -1 right now, but that's just simply because of the conquest penalty. So next turn, characters, buildings, military presence. Okay, we may need to get some military building, like a public order building done at some point. But another thing to do would actually be to get some walls down. Not too fussed about Potter's Guild, but for now, let's get a desert lookout. It seems like I got a bit mixed up from a recommendation by Drake Materium from the Telako campaign and the Numas campaign. It happens. We're playing two campaigns in pretty much the same area of the world, just with different factions and different objectives. It happens. But he suggested I should really sort of fortify this position, because this is where Chaos will be spawning once Chaos starts to invade. They'll be coming down by sea from over here. So definitely want to make sure our place is as fortified as we can along the coastline. Now, Tutankhanut, you're going to wait up a little bit because you need to level so replenish a bit. Although it's good to see your troops become much more powerful. Wonder if that's... Oh yeah, because we took the opportunity. Oh wow. Oh no, this is King Nakash's Scorpion Legion. No wonder it's level 9. I was thinking, Jesus Christ then. Alright, you can level up too. Let's do you first. So, Intes. I think, given the fact that we're now fighting the Living, in the terms of the Bretonnians, I think going for Trapped Soul is going to be a good one for us. So as you can see, not only does it give 15% magic resistance, but it allows us to cause terror. Now, against the Undead, that's not really any issue at all, but against the Living, it's going to help out a great deal. Not only that, but let's go for replenished troops for you too. I'm still not concerned about going for lighter battle just yet, but we will do at some point. Then Tutankhanut, what am I going to give you? Looks like we can get you your Skeleton Chariot now, but I'm still saving up for the Golden War Sphinx. I just love that little quote there. Look, I wanted golden. Golden! Got it? Good. Now get to work, my loyal subjects. Now, we've only got a few more levels until we can get that, so definitely going to be on the back burner. For now, though, what I'm tempted to do is just increase his missile damage. So we'll go to Deadeye. As you can see, we can level that up now to 330 feet damage. That's pretty good going. We may finish off these then next time, and maybe even push forward now to see if we can get any of these. Unlock reanimates. Yeah, right, level 7 and above. I mean, doing something like this, extra 12% missile damage is going to be extremely useful. We'll take that. Now, we've got 6 more turns into our Dynasty research is done. Land of Assassins, what are we going to give you? I think for the moment, let's give you Warship at Petra, just so we can get that extra boost to our campaign movement in the next turn. And then, likewise for you guys. Oh, you're taking attrition. Crap. Okay, let's do this. Let's swap this over to... We need to do this for public order at some point. We'll do that for the moment. Just so we can give him the extra boost for campaign movement to go through the Atalan Mountains, and we'll go from there then. What else do we have? This could be upgraded. We'll do that next turn. There is no major rush, and I'd rather spend the money in order to, swap over the commandment, make it a bit cheaper. Bagar has got 3 more turns. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I forgot we already had gemstone mines here at Bagar. So, thanks for pointing that out, mate. So we got this instead. We could... That I'm not too fussed about. We'd like to upgrade Numas itself, but we can't do that for another 10 turns. And that's with the extra growth. I suppose what we could do... No, I'm not going to bother. I was thinking what we could do is maybe get rid of one of the buildings. Like, for example, marble here. In fact, we'll do that. Get rid of the marble. We'll swap it around to get that growth building, just to try and make things a little bit faster for the faction. And then that should help things out a bit. Alright, Plain of Tuskers, Sudenburg. Let's upgrade this. And then, what else do we really want? Really, we just want to keep increasing our ability to field troops. I suppose having more walls comes in handy too. We'll do that, certainly. Black Tower of Arkan. You're level 3 still, aren't you? Right. What are you doing at the moment? +8 public order. You more Ushapti. Now, we'll save your spot for now. Oh no, I'll tell you what, might as well just go for the cheap building here. Go for 1,000, get some extra growth. That will help things out a bit. Let's get a bit more money from that. And then... send a turn. Now, I must say, like, you may remember, I believe in the last episode I was talking about how on my e-reader, because that's where I get a lot of my books at the moment, much prefer a actual physical book, but I can at least borrow books from different libraries and that online. Much easier to do rather than try and find the physical copy sometimes. But I've been reading for Gotrek and Felix, and at the moment I managed to finish The Serpent Queen. I have to say it was quite an enjoyable book. I mean, again, I'd much prefer the original ones in terms of the ones written by William King, but the newer authors do a reasonably good job, even if it goes a little bit, it's almost like they're trying to embrace all the different aspects of Warhammer instead of just, sticking to maybe something a bit more realistic to me. But anyway, I actually quite enjoyed The Serpent Queen. It was a really good insight into the sort of culture of Tomb Kings themselves. I mean, you can get a bit from reading, for example, about the faction in their army book and stuff like that, but it doesn't quite match up to actually reading a book where someone is able to talk about how they, like, for example, talk to one another, how their cities look, and things like that is so much more cooler. And I do recommend, if you ever get the chance, read Gotrek and Felix. They're some of the better Warhammer ones, in my opinion, and I do recommend them, so check that out if you can at some point. Now, back to this, where Sharko again is ready for duty and wounded. Knowledge Unearth. When excavating the Tomb King of Labaris, that's actually the home city of Khalid, the Serpent Queen herself, as slave workers have uncovered scrolls detailing tactics, formations, and maneuvers not used for hundreds of years. There is much to be learned from this ancient way of battle. Our enemies will be surprised when they die. So for 10 turns we got fresh transcripts, which gives me plus 10 melee attack. That's a pretty good find. I'll keep that. Right, now that we've got the boosts, looks like these guys are starting to pull back. We'll take advantage of this. Let's pop back down with you. Maybe we shouldn't have been going through the reefs here, but no matter. Right, you will push through. I'd rather have you come through the land, to be honest. It will take about the same length of time, but it just means we don't have to worry about the freebooters here. I don't know if these guys will actually try to attack us. Gentleman Jenkins, I mean, you only got 16 out of 20. I suppose you're not the most effective commander. It doesn't really matter as long as we go one way or the other. So there we go, you can go by land instead. Right, you need to take some replenishment. Get out of there. That's better, thank you. Wow, these guys can move when they need to. There we go. One more turn and we'll get all our replenishment back. Perfect. Alright, Martek, you're still leveling up. Right. You'll be done next turn, and it looks like Princess Shaka, you've now leveled up too. Let's have a look at you. Could go for the Skeletal Chariots. Let's instead continue to make you a badass in combat. Embalmed with Elixir. Not yet. Indomitable Blade Master we can still work on. Over my dead body, increasing his speed. Devastating Charge, Woundmaker. Let's increase your weapon strength a bit. And then let's make you that little bit better in combat. There we go. What do you have for weapons, by the way? King Simidas, King Select. Okay. Kings do get higher priorities, in my opinion. Alright. Playing Tuskers. Sure, we'll level you up this time. And we'll get more money from that. Okay, this can be actually changed over. Let's grab... We're not making that much money from income. We've got quite a decent amount of public order. Now, we'll stick to Worship of Attack. That way then we can get our... Yeah. Doing it this way then we'll continue to get cheaper buildings as we level up as well. Okay, Springs of Eternal Life. You've now got a slot. Which one was it that I wanted to go for? Wasn't that? Wanted the extra growth, which we can't afford anymore. Okay, tell you what, we change. Let's cancel that for now. Head back to Springs of Eternal Life. And yeah, more treehouse. There we go. That should hopefully give us a little bit more of a boost. And we'll go for that too, certainly. There we go, nice and easy. Such a morbid people. But no, reading through the book, their culture was very interesting. I mean, for all intents and purposes, you can say Nehekara is actually very overpopulated. When you think about it, like, Nehekara, the desert, is quite a wide area, right? But when you consider that what's been risen is essentially every single king, prince that has been mummified, every single soldier that's been killed and entombed is potentially been risen by Nagash. Oh, that would have been extremely nice. If only it wasn't for the fact that we're going to be killing you later. Oh, damn it. You are a lonely servant of Sokt. I have an offer to put before you. You know what? It is extra money for the moment, so sure, we'll accept it. And we're not here to make friends, so if we end up losing our reliability a bit when we declare war, who cares? But yeah, when you think about it, This Nehekara is actually quite overpopulated. They've got like thousands upon thousands, right, of soldiers that have been buried with their kings. They've got dozens and dozens and dozens of kings, princes, and that have been buried and mummified, expecting to be, resurrected in the afterlife. And so, for the most part, it's, there's a reason why Cetra needed to do what he needed to do, which was to basically say, right, stop mucking around, go back to sleep, and I would call you when needed. And so, Khalid in the book, the Serpent Queen, actually spends a bit of parts of it talking about how she's basically awakening some of her kings and that she's got sleeping under her orders because of a threat to the city of Labaris. And it's just a really cool little bit to read about the inside of the people themselves and how they basically are fighting one another for the sake of fighting and something to do. I mean, how bad is that? Knowing that you will never die, really, so you can just keep fighting it whenever. Anyway, drying rivers. The rain tributary used for trade and transport of materials from one holy site to another is slowly drying out. The water level has now dropped to a dangerously level. That doesn't sound right. What should be done, if anything, to prevent it from drying out completely? So if we let it dry out, we can get minus 40% income from trade. Don't know how much money we're making from trade, but that might affect us. Or we can go for this, but it takes 40 jars. Oh, that's easy. There we go, we're now making a fair bit of money from that. I'm quite happy with that.
Submit.
Right, you can continue on your way now to here. I know we're trespassing now in their territory, but I don't really care. Simides, you can go here. Tutankhanut, let's let you go and claim this shipwreck. Okay, you received word of a wooden carcass of a ship being discovered among the smallness of the island, blah blah blah. Okay, we may have to defeat a foe in battle. Let's have a look. Wow. Rotten Leviathans, gunnery mobs, hand cannons, depth guard, and Rosalind Kelly. Do we want to fight this? Or do we want to be in a position where we can actually go against something bigger and deadlier in the future? Let's do that. Let's just auto resolve. Close victory, but we didn't lose a unit. Gained a bit of cash. Alright. Not too concerned about the bind souls. Let's go for more money and that. Kepler Guard. The flesh-eating skull-faced beetle whose name they bear, this dual-wielding elite tomb guard brings a whole new level of terror to the battlefield. And we now got 3,000 gold too. Right. Let's sail, and let me see. Let's go this way, I guess. It's going to take the same amount of movement, and this way now we don't have to worry about taking attrition. What we could do, though, is let's get rid of one of you guys. Let's merge you up. And then next turn, when we get back to Lashik, we're going to get that unit of Tomb Guard, I think. Right, and you guys can make your way over to here too. And now that you're outside the settlement, right. Vulture Mountain we're going to upgrade. And all of a sudden I jumped up to minus... Oh, it's because they left. So now we've done that, we're going to switch this over to the moment for the Warship Asaph, so we can make sure we get that public order bonus. Public order here isn't too bad now, especially thanks to us dropping it down. Still got +2 from characters, but it's okay. Right. Let's go sandstone... No, let's save the money for now. In fact, let me check my pyramids. There we go, our first pyramid's done. So as you can see, 5% discount for all buildings, and minus 20% for all buildings in their construction time. So that's extremely handy. That's going to be done next turn as well. Giving me extra money from income. Okay. With our next two slots here, I really want to get his pyramid, of Tutankhanut's pyramid, done. We do need to do the one at Qatar as well at some point. I mean, if it wasn't for this... Yeah, we are focusing basically trying to get this up so we can get our highest tier settlement here at Numas. At the moment, it's just not working out too well. Spend the money on that instead. Alright, Ramatep, what we're going to give you? Let's give you Elixir of Immortality. Definitely going to do that now that we can. Mortuary Cultists. What about your spells? Purple Sun of Xerxes. Let's give you that. Okay, Ramatep. Start having some fun damaging their walls. He failed. Jesus Christ, really? Oh, that's my guy. How are you against... Alright, can't do anything against him. What about the city itself? 26% chance of... Let's go and damage this city. God, that was a laugh. Okay, well, on the plus side, we managed to get some experience. So, let's see what we're going to boost you up with. Probably damage building and... No, let's go specialist. There we go. Who else? Tutankhanut. He's leveling up extremely fast, it must be said. Right. Going for one of these would be nice. Let's instead go for... What's that going to give me? Extra 12, extra 3% damage? Yeah, let's go for both of these. And then we can finish that off then. There we go. Perfect. And then next turn, we'll be in a position to hopefully go after both of these.
Valiant Lord, my glory.
Yeah. If we have you guys come this way. Because Baron's Figan's infantry is actually starting to build a new army here at Kofa. They're not a big army by any chance. You can see they've just placed down a general. But we want to make sure they don't get too strong before Tutankhanut moves in and, you know, gets his new summer home by the sea. I suppose we already got that at Lashik, because he already moved in and conquered that himself. But I don't know, what looks better? I suppose Lashik's got this nice little bay right next to us. Whereas Kofa, from what I've seen, hasn't quite got that. Oh dear, what am I talking about? Oh, it's been one of those days of work, I tell ya. Sometimes you just want to throw someone for a window, don't you? Nah, I've had worse days. Alright, we're definitely going to have to check out our rate of research at the moment, because, as you guys know, if we let the research bump over completely so we finish the Wisdom of the Third Dynasty, then we're going to have a penalty to our research speed. So if we can do something a bit different, then that's going to help us out. Barakvar.
Welcome to my realm.
Huh.
I have had eternity to gather my resources.
You're on an aggression pact. We're not going to accept that. My friend. Let's get up and kill you instead. Right.
Find my heart.
Consider this the official declaration of war. Okay, you've decided to bring in your allies, that's fine.
Kill these wretches.
Okay, that's going to be quite a tough fight, I must say. I mean, we've got our troops in there, we can attack straight away thanks to the Screaming Skull catapults. But they've got their army in here, they've got loads of knights. And of course got... Hang on, how big is the garrison? May have to check this out a second. Not retreating, we're just laying siege. What do they have? Christ, they got a level 5 settlement. Do they have the walls? Yes, they do as well. Oh Christ, no wonder it's going to be a tough one to face. We may need all the armies here, basically, to try and deal with these. Let's bring you over as reinforcements. Your Casket of Souls may help us out, I think. Right, let's bring you in over here. And we may end up using Tutankhanut to go after the... whatchamacallit, to go after the 2 minor settlements, while we take the 2 big ones over here to our hack. Alright. Ramatep, can we help you out a little bit by asking you to take on Don Domingo? Oh, that didn't work out. Our characters are not doing so good, but even if they fail, at least they get an experience. Radiata Book and Jaluka Oasis. You know what, I'm still gonna go for some statue to up for that. 3 more turns of research, okay. Right, that's nearly done too. Alright, can we recruit Kepragard? There we go. Oh damn, you know what we could have done? Could have actually see if we could have got some sort of trade agreement with Barakvar. Since even when we march that far up, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be attacking them. I don't believe the victory objective requires me to do that as part of the long campaign. So, we could just keep friendly with them. Although, from the looks of it actually, we've got a lot of territory to face with Kenry. Kenry has pushed up all the way to the north up here. Jesus Christ. What? Hang on. Barakvar has taken the Western Badlands. I'm going to have to check out that big campaign map after this next end turn. Because factions are going all over the place. And I mean, that's one of the things I do like about Mortal Empires. I mean, the long, turn times, we're going faster thanks to the Turn Destroyer mod. But seeing some of the changes that happen because of Mortal Empires and how the game works is fantastic. Like, if you remember when we were playing as the Bretonnians, we had Ilfran is actually overtaken by the Order of Lawmasters under Teclis, instead of Lothian or Avalon. I think Avalon still has some territory to the north of the island, especially in the inner circle, but the Order of Lawmasters had the rest of it. And I thought that was such a cool little change of pace, you know? And then when you see other settlements and that as well, it's like I would love to see what's going on up in the north at the moment, in the Empire. Ooh, we need to fight Greenskins at some point. Gotcha. Let's have a quick look at this map. So we pop over to here. Barakvar still got their settlements here, and the Greenskins are here, but it looks like they've pushed down here. Yeah, they've claimed some territory over here, so they got Death Gorge over here from Blightwater. They got the Dragonhorn Mines, and of course they got Barakvar and the part of the province here. Kenry, though, is pushed up all the way along the coast. I mean, that is amazing. It really, really is. I mean, that gives us a lot of territory as we're going to come up here ourselves and take it. I think we have to basically come all the way up to the Border Princes and declare war on, what's this one? Akendorf. I think that's what we need to do as part of the objectives. Let me just double check again. Because remember, we're doing this long campaign victory, right? So we need to make sure we get 10 of these. We need the Black Pyramid of Nagash. We need the pyramids, which we're doing at the moment. So we need Kenry, which we're going to do. Harihak, which we're going to do. Galbraz up there. Garak Owen, so we're going to have to go through the mountains as well. Take Lamia. Etc. Teotiqua. Teotiqua is all the way over here? Huh. That's the thing when you're comparing the Vortex, it's just sort of, oh, that's interesting. Oh, we do have to go after Barakvar. And Myrmidians over there. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have quite a bit of territory to take, but Kenry is still going to be our main foe for the most part. And Kenry have done extremely well against these Greenskins. I am very, very impressed. Alright, let's have a look. We're still waiting on a few more towers. And we've only got 5 bits of labour force, so it's going to take ages to try and do. It's okay, we've got plenty of artillery, including the Casket of Souls. It's going to help things out a bit for us. Right. Let's come over here and take over. We'll push up then in order to take Ferris, and then... Oh wow, you've got fortifications here. Bad luck. Right. Let's do that. +2 ends thing. Jasper de Salvaterra has been defeated, and Kofa is now under my control. We'll keep this epical just for the moment, because that's giving me +6 public order. Very, very useful. And what do we have to face up here? Grail Chapel, Barracks, Wall Stables, the town itself, which has walls. Oh yeah, I forgot, with the Bretonnians, they T3 settlements give walls. Everyone else has to build the upgraded version of the defences building chain. But there we go. These guys have done quite well for themselves. They're going to replenish quite quickly. Alright. Can we have you guys go after them? Didn't work. That's okay, Ramatab. I think everyone underestimates you, to be honest. Alright, Trapped Soul causes terror, ceremonial bandages, go for the chariots. Oh, well and good. I'm still liking going for these, just because I think they are quite cool, and especially when you can give them a nice little bonus, you know? So, let's give you this and this. Because Tomb Scorpions are going to be what we can get next, in terms of the constructs. So you get Guardian, +8 physical resistance if a unit is nearby. Charge bonus, melee attack. Underworld Death Watch. Enables incapacitating attacks. What on earth is that? I'm gonna have to check that out when we can get Tomb Scorpions. I have no idea. Alright. Fucked, at this point you're just gonna stand around and look pretty as far as I'm concerned. There's not really much we can have you do. Okay. Go over and work on that. Right. Ready out a book. You can level up now. We'll give you that as well. Well done, mate. You managed to level up. Okay, let's give Sorcerer's Island the upgrade, because then we can give them defenses as well. Intes, what are we going to give you now? Let's give you some canopic jars. We'll give you one of those for now. In fact, we could go and give you the full upgrade for banishment. No, let's give you Light of Battle now, I think. I mean, our troops don't run away, so it's not like I'm worried about needing them necessarily. But having the ability to make it so our troops don't crumble is much, much better. And I'd rather try and get that if we can. Well, speaking of getting that, we can now get the Golden Death Mask of Tutankhanut. Tutankhanut has led his army to many victories. Fighting in the thick of battle, his golden form deflects even the most powerful attacks. So we now get 10% ward save, missile resistance, we cause terror, and we got the Golden Death Mask of Tutankhanut ability. Enemies nearby within 100 meters lose 48 missile parry with shield, 24 armor and leadership. Wow, that could come in handy if we can cast it on a group of enemies. If we can have it so he basically just like targets a group and then shoots them with arrows, they're not going to be able to defend themselves properly. That's going to work out quite nicely. We're going to give you that as well, because, yeah, giving you that extra damage, Christ, that upgrade's powerful. There we go. Congratulations to Tutankhanut. And Prince Kagatef, let's give you Conqueror and Tomb Strike. There we go. Who else? Fuckdom. Let's continue giving you this, and let's give you damaged buildings. Right, so we've got this place under siege. We've managed to take Kofa. Next turn, then we're going to start marching towards Ferris. We'll get there in about 2 turns if we force march it. Which is what we're going to do, of course. So, what's going to be happening in the next episode? Well, we're going to probably fight the battle here at our hack. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but pronouncing it. I'm probably saying it wrong, but there you go. But we're going to fight the battle at the city itself. We'll, by this, well, in a couple more turns, have the siege towers built, and then we'll be able to start the assault. And between the Casket of Souls, the Screaming Skull catapults, and the towers, we should be able to make a presence and knock down their gates and that quite easily. We'll then get a position then sorted out where we're going to start going up against Zandri, so we can go and conquer that and get it from the top knots. And then we're going to have to make preparations for our war against Khemri. Now, hopefully we'll get a bit more research done as well, and potentially we'll get another army sorted. Just so that way then we can do a bit of an attack over to the east side of the map as well, and deal with clan wars and that along the way. Like I said, we're not in this game to make friends, we're here to conquer, and show that Tutankhanut is the king that we need, not Cetra. But that's all going to be happening in the next episode.
What manner of thing are you?
Speaking of you, mates... No, you got it coming. Right, but there we go. That's the end of today's episode. So all I can say is thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you join me next time for more Warhammer 2. But until then, everyone, take care, and goodbye for now.